What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back another video on the channel, and today we have a brand new food that I have never tried before. It's Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day for those who are celebrating, doing all the wonderful things that people do, and commemorating the people who made the ultimate sacrifice. We salute you. I've never had Turkish food of this kind before. Now, it's going to take me a second to kind of get my bearings because this is completely different for me, but I do sincerely apologize if I mispronounce anything. But this is a Turkish flatbread pizza place. It's known as pide Mediterranean flatbread. So it serves two different kinds. What you see here, again, I hope I don't butcher this, is a flatbread called Lahmacun. I've seen it with a C and with a J. I hope I didn't mispronounce that, but if I did, again, I apologize. And then they have some flatbreads, which are here. They're huge. They're like boats. They're called pide. And I got 3 different kinds of those. They're most popular ones, as well as 2 orders of their lahmacun. And their lentil soup, which is over here, also comes with some bread that goes with the soup, as well as with the wings, believe it or not. They had some wings that were supposedly really popular, which are right here. And I got a soda, which is Turkish as well. It's an orange soda, which I've never had before. So all this stuff is for the first time ever. I always gotta keep an open mind. Everything does smell delicious, so that is a good sign, but drop a thumbs up. Oh, by the way, everything was very well priced. Each of these flatbreads is about $10. 2 of these flatbreads with a can of soda, which I put in my fridge, it's a Diet Coke, is $9.99, and then this one as well was $6.99. The wings were also $9.99. It does come with a salad, but people don't know. I know you're gonna give me crap, but I don't eat salad, so I will give that one away to people who will want it more than I do. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, I don't know the proper or improper way to eat anything because it is my first time, so we're just gonna get into this lahmacun. It is huge, like a giant flatbread, with some spices and some minced meat, it said in the description. So I'm just gonna rip a piece off and kind of see what's good with it. I genuinely don't know what to expect. It does smell really good, but that is what it looks like. And on this side, you can see it's like crisped up in the oven. The flavor on that is pretty good. Very, very thin. Like it says, like a flatbread. Not the taste or anything like, but the thinness is similar to like a tortilla almost. Very, very thin. Nice little crisp and char on it. Eats like a thin crust pizza, but thinner. The flavor, a lot of different spices going on here, so it's super flavorful. I'll tell you what. 2 of these in a drink for $9. That's very fair. The flavors that I'm getting on here, I can kind of give you a close-up because I see you, tell you what I'm spotting. I got some onion, some garlic, some bell peppers, some red peppers, maybe some chilies, and some parsley. A lot of onion and garlic on here, which is the flavor that's coming through the most, but it's very spiced well with the meat and seasoned very well. This is very good. What a start. I'm a fan of this. Everything just tastes very fresh, very well seasoned, and very well cooked. It's not an overly complicated dish, but it's executed well. And that's a dub. 8.7 out of 10. Okay, let's start with some of these pide, which is a Turkish flatbread. I'm going to start with the one on the left. It was their most popular one. This is the beef chunks pide. So I'm going to grab this bad boy right here. You can see it's kind of scooped out, and you can see all the meat going on the inside. I love the spices in here. And the dough eats very similar to a pizza with how it's cooked. You can see on the bottom, it's just kind of done flatbread style. I want to get a piece of like the beef chunk just to see what it tastes like on its own. Beef's still pretty tender. Not the most tender if I'm being honest, but it's very tender. It's not like I'm sitting here chewing it for hours. These just seem like a nice, like, simple, well executed type of lunch or dinner. I don't know if this is sacrilege, but I guess it's because I have too much pizza of my own. I keep feeling like because of the way it's shaped that I want to dip it in something, but there's nothing to dip it in. We do have some lentil soup. I'm gonna try some lentil soup. Grab my spoon over here. All right, so we got some lentil soup. Look, I'm gonna find stuff to dip stuff in always. I'm never sure how things are supposed to go. Now this lentil soup, wow. I don't see any lentil, so I don't know if it's like pureed lentil or anything like that, but it's just, there's definitely has a lentil flavor to it. It just throws you off because usually with lentil soup I'll see a little bit of lentils in it or something. But some kind of broth. Definitely some pureed lentils in here. Some pepper, a little bit of like parsley, other spices that are similar to what's in here. Overall, the soup, I'm not really a soup guy. It's not bad soup. I just don't eat a lot of soup, period. You rarely see me eating soup on this channel just because, like, I don't know. I'm just not a soup guy. Like, I'll eat it, but I associate soup with being sick, I think. But I'm gonna go back in here and just do this, just to see what's going on, because I'm weird. See, I like that. No, I don't like that. It's like soup, with you a little. If I do have soup, I'd be dipping my sandwiches in it. That'll wake you up. This is good, but I still prefer this overall. But I would still give this a 7.8 out of 10. The soup, I would give a 7 out of 10. But again, I'm weird. You combine them like the Avengers, get yourself a nice low 8.3 out of 10. All this stuff is pretty good. I do want to try this bread too, though. They got like a fresh bread that they give you. I know that's supposed to go in the soup because it came with it. I like places that just give you bread. I'll find something to do with it. Sorry for smacking. Just nice baked, sorry. I almost tripped over my own words trying to eat the soup. It's not the easiest thing to talk sometimes while you're reviewing things. And I don't like to leave these large chunks because I don't do ASMR videos where I'm sitting here just chewing. And I'm just like, so a lot of times I'll start talking. I know sometimes people get mad about that, but in my head it makes sense. But the bread is fresh. You can definitely do something with it. But at the end of the day, it's bread. It's good though. Second most popular one was the potato. I believe this is a potato and herb pie. So there's potatoes in here. Supposedly, it looks like just cheese. So I do see the potatoes. They're red. Ooh, this might be good. Red means they spice somehow. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. This. That's the one. I like this one a lot. This the one. How many times am I going to say this the one? The potatoes, consistency-wise, are like mashed potatoes a little bit. Because it's almost, they're not whipped. You can see the chunk of it, but they're so tender that it gives you a mashed potato vibe. But the taste, maybe paprika going on in there. A lot of the same spices, but the texture plus the cheese on the top plus the consistency of the pizza, or should I say the consistency of the potato with this dough. This is my favorite one. This is good. This was the second most popular one. But for me, again, it's all about personal preference. I would have thought the beef one would be my favorite. But it's this one. It almost reminds me of the potatoes you put on an Italian hot dog, which is the same thing but on like a sausage. Do they make one like this? With both? They don't? Let's do that. Combine those. If I go back and be like, hey, listen, can you just put the beef chunks and that on this? If they got on the menu already, that should be number one. That's a slam dunk. Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. This is not what you're supposed to do. I almost dropped one, I've been mad. That's so good together. That's so good together. I really like that potato one. I know you see me just nodding my head. Sometimes I be trying to just come to terms with stuff, because I didn't expect that. That's why you review things. That's why I love doing this, because so many times I'll try something for the first time, and I'll expect one thing, and I'll get the other. But this is an absolute banger. Hold on. Together. I love this one, man. For real. Didn't see that one coming, though. 9.2 out of 10. I did not. Yeah. Next up, we have some wings. They are grilled wings. It's from what it says on here. On the menu, I should say. And you can see a grilled taste. They cost $9.99 for 6 of them. And they look really tender because one of them is falling apart. But that is what it looks like. They don't have any other flavor besides what it says is mild. And it says it has a white dipping sauce, which smells like yogurt. So let's try it out. I don't necessarily have a problem with these at all. I prefer a wing that's not just mild, but there is flavor to it. It's seasoned and has a nice grilled taste. They are really small, but not every place is going to be serving the Mondo wings that I'm used to. I know that, so I can't fault anybody for that. But let's try one with this dipping sauce. I don't know what the hell it is. Wow, it just tastes like white sauce, but like a homemade version. Like when you get like a platter, but a much more homemade version. It's good. It's like a yogurt dipping sauce. Very good. As long as it's not tzatziki. The dip is really the star of the show, to be honest. I'm trying not to bite the damn wing over, but there's a nice little marinade on these that gives it a nice flavor, but again, the dipping sauce is where it's at. In fact, I'm gonna do something right now because I'm fat. But yes, I am. I figure out how to get it in there. You can bottle this and sell it. The wings, they're good. I'll give them a 7.5. This dipping sauce, I give it a 9.3. I would literally just ask them for a big ass like bottle of this and eat it. It is that good. I'm going back in one more time. Yes, sir. And last we have the dessert version. So we have a Nutella pide, which I'm trying to break this damn soda. Oh, it's stuffed. Listen. Sometimes in life things look really good, and this is one of those times. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to get in here. If you like Nutella, you will love those. Because it is like a Nutella explosion. The dough is really good for carrying this. Almost like as a Nutella vessel. A little bit of that powered sugar. Powered. It powered up. Powdered sugar. And what I like too, let me show you one more. Is, yeah, see if I get a nice little taste. See that slivered almond right there? It provides a little bit of like a nuttiness. That complements the other flavor really well. But look at the amount of Nutella you're in here. And I know some of y'all go crazy for Nutella. I ain't wasting that. This is good. I'm usually not big. I'm sorry, I'm gonna wipe my mouth. I'm usually not big on dessert pizza, but every once in a while it's executed well. And with that dough, the stuff on the top, and then the stuffing on the inside, this is about as good as it gets for Nutella for me, which is not my favorite, but I do enjoy it. That's good. 8 8.8 out of 10. And before I get out of here, I want to show and try this soda, which is a Turkish orange soda. I guess it's imported, or is it no product of Turkey? Yes, it is. I got a bottle opener because it isn't. It's not a twist off, which is fine by me. So let's give this a shot. This is gonna go over a lot of people's heads, because a lot of y'all probably too young for this. When I was a kid, there was a drink called Orangina, and that really resembles Orangina. It has more of an orange juice taste than like our artificial high fructose corn syrup type of stuff. A little bit more refreshing, but I don't think people that haven't had it, you might be put off a little bit because you're expecting orange soda, but it's not. More of like a carbonated orange juice beverage, which I still think is enjoyable. I'm not really a big soda guy, but I did want to try it. I would definitely drink that. I feel like it goes well with all the stuff here, especially this dipping sauce. When you take one of these and I make an excuse just to eat this again. But for a non-soda lover, a little compliment, huh? I see where you're going with it. 7 out of 10. Overall, this was a nice introduction. And from what I saw, a lot of the people that were there when I was going there had this before, and they all were talking about how good it was. I saw all the reviews on you know, Google reviews I always check, and DoorDash, and it was a lot of 5-star ratings. I think I saw 1 4-star rating and 1 3-star rating. And the 3-star one, from what I saw, was a person who said they saw an employee not wearing gloves. They said the food was great. I saw employees wearing gloves. So from what it looked like, whoever the owner was replying to a lot of people, just giving thank yous, and even with the negative comments, they said thank you, appreciate your input. So maybe they saw that and they fixed it. That's a quick fix. Everything in there looked clean, no issues with anything. The quality of the food is there. I think you should definitely check this place out. Overall, I can see why it's rated so high. If you've never had something like this, I love trying new things, and this was very nice. I keep going back to this. It's a straggler, so I eat that. But overall, this is a W. I suggest this potato one, if you can get the beef chunks on that one, and then try this, and the Nutella, all well priced too. W, really enjoyable. Again, this place is called Pide. I saw 3 different names, I'm not sure. On DoorDash it was called Pide Food LLC. On this box it says Pide Mediterranean Flatbread, and then on the Google it said Pide Lahmacun and food, I believe. So there were like 3 different names, but all 3 are applicable. It's in the same spot. It's in Lodi, New Jersey, but that's going to be the end of the video. It is game time. Time to go watch the Celtics, man. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I love y'all, man. We'll be back tomorrow. More content. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.